he'll make literally take my phone out of my hand and make me put it down because he was like, get out of those comments, like get out of your head,
Yeah.
So he's been like such a huge supporter with me because I'm just
Dude,
trying to.
listen. Love Island's Nick and Olandria broke up just a few weeks ago, right? But do you know what happened at Jordyn Woods' wedding yesterday? The two were seen together again. And the drama that ensued there will blow your mind. There's a shocking twist in the middle of the video that's completely unexpected. Watch the full video. And let us know in the comments, do you think they're patching things up again? If you like the video, give it a like. Nick VanSteenberg is giving a new insight into his love life outside the villa. The Love Island USA star has opened up about whether he and Karthen have rekindled their romance in the weeks since their split, a day after reuniting with his ex-girlfriend Olandria Karthen at Jordyn Woods and Karl-Anthony Towns' wedding. According to footage captured by @JPask24, VanSteenberg hinted while at Live Beach at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas on August 16, saying, "I want to tell you, but I'm going to keep it private for now. We had a blast at Karl and Jordyn's wedding last night. It was amazing." Although the Love Island USA Season 7 runners-up called it quits last month after more than a year together, VanSteenberg insists the exes can, definitely, remain friends, but on one condition. If it ends well, then it's okay. Sometimes it's better not to be friends, but in my case, yes. Our relationship ended well, she explains. And while VanSteenberg admits that breaking up isn't easy, she's maintaining a positive outlook. When asked if she had any advice for others going through a breakup, the 25-year-old said, "Things will always get better. It might be at rock bottom, but the real thing is getting back up." Still, VanSteenberg declined to say that she's enjoying life alone right now. It's not the time to say it yet, she insists. The reality star's latest comments come just 3 weeks after confirming her split from Karthen. The rumors are true, VanSteenberg wrote on a subscriber-only TikTok on July 26. "I didn't want to give people false hope, so I want to make it clear. We will always love each other. This is a sensitive and personal matter. Thank you for respecting our privacy." Fans fell in love with the pair as they went from friendship to romance on the 7th season of Love Island USA. They ended up getting back together after both were eliminated from Casa Amore. But as Karthen says, their connection was there from the start. "Nick and I were attracted to each other from day one," Karthen, 27, told Variety in July 2025. "I kissed him on the first day. Just because I decided not to go with him doesn't mean that the attraction wasn't there. It took us a while to get to that point. And that last detail is important, because it gives us some context for why fans are paying so much attention to what's happening between Nick and Olandria now. Their relationship didn't happen overnight. There was a connection between them even before they were officially a couple. So when two people with such a history suddenly get back together, it's natural for viewers to have questions. But there's one thing we should keep in mind. Being together at the same wedding doesn't necessarily mean they're back together. The setting of a wedding is completely different from everyday life. There are common friends, familiar faces, festivities, and a lot of emotion. So seeing Nick and Olandria at the same event could mean different things. They might have been comfortable around each other. They might be trying to maintain a friendship. They might be taking their time to figure out what their relationship will be like after the breakup. Or, of course, there could be something else going on privately that they're not ready to discuss. And Nick's recent comments seem to be leaving that door open without confirming anything. When someone says they want to tell you something, but want to keep it private for now, it's clear that there's a line. Whatever the situation, it's clear that Nick isn't ready to explain it publicly. And honestly, that's probably the only way to respect that. Reality TV can make people feel like they know everything about a couple. We watch their relationship develop on television. We see the good times, The fights, the new pairings, and the decisions that take them from one stage to the next. But even when the cameras are off, their personal lives remain their own. This is especially important here, because the breakup was described as sensitive and personal. Nick made it clear that he didn't want to give people false hope. At the same time, he also said that they will always love each other. These two things can go together. A breakup doesn't always mean that two people suddenly stop caring about each other. Sometimes, when people realize that a relationship is no longer working out the way they hoped, they can still have love and respect for each other. And perhaps that's why Nick is comfortable discussing the friendship. He says that their relationship ended well, and that distinction is important. Not all breakups are followed by a major fight or public disagreement. Sometimes two people reach a point where they have to make a difficult decision. From the outside, we usually don't know everything that happened behind closed doors. So rather than trying to fill in those gaps, it might be better to focus on what Nick and Olandria actually said and did in public. And what's happening now is their reunion at a major event, after which Nick was asked directly about his current love life and he chose not to give a straight answer. That's an interesting point in itself. It also shows how quickly the public discourse surrounding a reality TV couple can change. Just a few weeks ago, the headlines were their breakup. Now, the discussion has shifted to whether there could be some kind of reunion. But there's a big difference between curiosity and confirmation. Fans can wonder. Fans can have their own theories. Fans can watch the time. But unless Nick or Olandria actually confirm that they're back together, it's too soon to call it a reunion. And that's probably the biggest question hanging over the situation. What happens next? Will they remain friends? Will they finally explain what their relationship is like now? Or will they just keep this part of their lives private and move on separately? Here's another interesting tidbit. Their story began with an attraction and friendship that developed over time. This means that their connection wasn't just based on a dramatic moment in the villa. There was something between them that had already taken time to develop. That history can make a post-breakup friendship even more complicated. When two people share a big experience together, it's not always easy to separate those feelings from their friendship entirely. But then again, that doesn't mean they're getting back together. It simply means that their history is different from two strangers who briefly fell in love and then broke up. And since Love Island fans have followed their journey so closely, viewers naturally have an emotional tug of war over what happens next. Some fans may be hoping they'll get back together. Others may feel that being apart is healthier. Still others may just want them to be happy, whether together or apart. And that's what makes this situation worth watching without jumping to conclusions. Nick's advice on separation also shows us another side of this relationship. Story. She said that it may seem like things have hit rock bottom, but the real point is to get back up. Rather than trying to create a dramatic story, it's more like she's acknowledging that breakups can be tough, even when the decision is ultimately the right one. And maybe many viewers can relate to that sentiment. Breakups don't have to be seen as a competition where one person wins and the other loses. Sometimes, both people just want to move on. So if Nick and Olandria are truly comfortable being around each other again, whether or not the love between them comes back, that could be a positive thing. And if they do explore the possibility of a deeper relationship, it could take a while before they can label it with a specific name. There's no reason for the audience to make this decision. For now, the most important part may be what Nick didn't say. He had a chance to give the audience a simple answer. Instead, she's chosen to keep it private. This doesn't confirm a reunion. But it also means she doesn't want to fully reveal this chapter to the public just yet. And that's probably the healthiest approach for them right now. While the idea of a post-wedding reunion has fans talking, the next step should probably come from Nick and Olandria themselves. Until then, Everything else is just speculation. So now I want your opinion. Do you think Nick and Olandria are just trying to be friends after their split, or is there any chance they could get back together? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more Love Island news and reality TV updates. Let's see what happens next.